Let's go! Let's go! It's Friday night again. Time for us to begin. Time to meet and greet. The place with shorty shorts that can't be beat. Maybe we'll talk about our week, a little RPG and G.I. Joe critique. Before we have an attack of the prompt, he'll drive us wild this week on this wrong. Let's listen to some tunes, music from the hilt. Maybe we'll share something new, just enjoying what we air. Topic takes are there for us all to compare. Talk about how we feel while also running the reel. After that we'll just chill, keeping it real. Just relaxing with our friends in chat. Fridays are where it's at. Fridays from the hilt. I hope you have some fun, good times, best times with our community. Fridays are from the hilt. Let's go! Let's go! I hope you have some fun, good times, best times with our community. Fridays are from the hilt. Let's go!
Warning. From the Hilt cautions that mature content may ensue during this video that includes foul language, possible adult situations, violent implications, and perhaps a little something something. Wink wink. Nudge nudge. A little racy even. Keep in mind that it's all in good fun. Now that we've gotten all prim and proper, please enjoy the show.
Today we're talking about The Witcher. I don't know if you're into that, Cody, but this game, my wife got this, and
Yeah.
I was like, "What is this?" And then I watched her play it, and I'm like, "I got to play that." And I played this to death. Like I've played it like 5 times already.
Yeah. He plays it way more than I do.
And then we watched the series, and that was great. And I have never read the books, but I've actually been thinking about it. Let's see here. I've got some stuff I did want to show. Here we go. Let me see if I can make this bigger. For some reason, it was bigger when I was looking at it. It's bigger. There we go. This is our first slide, and we're just gonna give our thoughts on it. What do you think about this pick there, Tiger?
Wicked.
Well, thanks for that witty commentary. Now, Jake hasn't really checked out The Witcher much.
Oh my gosh. I regret to say that I've only really gone through the tutorial area of The Witcher 3. Which is sad because normally I'm the RPG person in the group in terms of video games. I love RPGs of all kinds, but it's just I haven't been able to get into The Witcher mostly because a lot of other things have been catching my attention. Right now I'm obsessing over Fire Emblem Engage.
Oh yeah, I love that game.
I'm like 2 chapters away from finishing.
We're just kind of shooting the breeze here tonight, Cody, waiting for because I'm doing this other thing with Bear later. If you want to jump in, I can send you an invite. But I'm going to go on to the next slide here. And we'll talk about Henry Cavill in the series. I really
he is amazing. I love him.
There you go.
He is so cool. I think he fit the part of The Witcher really well. At least the video game version of The Witcher, because I only know The Witcher from the video games. I just thought that they picked a really good actor for this series. So, like I said, I don't know anything about the books either. My first experience with The Witcher was actually on the PC version, but it was so long ago, I barely remember that one.
Just the PlayStation version for me, man. But the update was awesome. I really enjoyed it.
I heard that was awesome. Honestly, you never really hear of developers doing content updates of that scale in this day and age without it being paid DLC. So it's actually really nice.
Oh yeah, getting all the DLC recently. They redid it all. That was pretty cool. Yeah.
What do you guys think of this pick here with Henry Cavill?
That's more smile than you get the whole series.
Pretty much. Got grunts though.
I know, but that sort of fits him.
It does. It's weird, but it does.
Although I think when we were watching the new series, he finally started talking out loud to himself, so that was kind of cool.
This is true. So what do you guys think of this one?
Oh my gosh, that father-daughter dynamic is so cute.
I agree.
They are just so amazing together, and she becomes such a good motivation for most of the game for Geralt, is just finding her in the third game, and it's just so good. Like, I haven't played it, but I've watched bits and pieces of him playing it, and it's been awesome.
Not many games can bring me to tears, but the scene where he thought she was dead after he dealt with the 7 dwarves, but that turned out to be 4 dwarves, I think. Where he thought she was dead, but then her spirit went back in her body. That was one of the coolest scenes in that whole thing. And the emotions on his face said so much without even the voice actor saying anything.
That's true. The animators, the developers on the game, you definitely saw that was like a project of adoration, because they did such a beautiful job. And there's so much when you play the game. Almost every time you play the game, you find something new that you didn't notice before.
Oh, every time.
Yeah, there's just so much that they put into this particular game. The details. I mean, even the cat. We had to look up the cat because we were very suspicious about that cat.
Oh, I know. I thought it was one of the sorceresses following him around, but it turned out it was. What do you call it? It was one of those.
It's a developer. The developers were using the cat as a tester for backgrounds and stuff.
And they just liked it so much that they just used it.
Kept using the cat. Yeah, they just kept using him. So it was pretty cool, actually.
All right, let's take a look at this. This is Geralt and Roach. I like the dynamic with Roach in the game. Not as much in the series. They really don't do much about it. It makes me wonder how much they put Roach into the books.
Is that Tucson in that
picture? It's Tucson, yeah. Okay,
I was gonna say, because most of the game is like kind of
dark,
muted with their color palettes, and then Tucson is just color.
Yeah,
it's true. I love Tucson.
The first thing you see in Tucson is a giant with this helmet, and it's cool because you can actually take your crossbow and one-shot him in the head. It's hard to do, but you can do it. But I love playing the whole game. It's just
I love the humor between Geralt and Roach in the games too, because he talks to his horse a lot. But there's one adventure you can go on where his horse actually talks back to him.
And that's one of my favorites.
It is so funny.
He gets what is it, mushrooms he takes or something?
I'm not really sure, but Roach is a female horse, and they gave him a male voice, and they just comment on the whole thing, and then they also break the fourth wall, like, how is it I can call you on a different island or something like that. It's just so funny. The whole adventure on that one was just fun. It was really
the dynamic of Roach is cool.
Wait, if you're a girl horse, why are you speaking with a male voice? I don't know, man. It's your fantasy.
All right, I think we've looked at this one enough. I've only got a few more. I planned small today so that we wouldn't be rushed. So, gold. Dandelion. That's what I'm thinking.
Yeah, they don't call him that on the series. I don't know if that's
I think
supposed.
that's what they call him, something like that. So I think that's his name in the book series.
Is it? Because I'm confused on that. I'm like, is he supposed to be Dandelion or some other minstrel that he knows? I do love the song though.
Yeah.
Toss a coin to the Witcher. I love that song. It's pretty cool.
It's a good song. I like listening to that casually.
I can make that one a little bigger. Not that it gets, the bigger it gets, the blurrier it gets, though.
That's because of the type of file you're using.
Yeah, well, I grabbed a bunch of free stuff and let YouTube tell me whether I could use it or not. Well,
honestly, taking a look at that, I prefer Dandelion from the games.
It's hard for me to say because the guy that got to play Dandelion or Gaskier in the series, he can sing really well. And Toss a Coin for Your Witcher is a great song.
I don't doubt that they probably picked a really good voice, and he probably has a great personality, but his face just doesn't scream Dandelion to me.
And to each his own, I guess. I kind of like him. I got used to him faster on the series like this than I did in the video game. The video game, when they added a bunch of stuff, when you change his appearance, like in the options, it's not as cool as the original though. It's kind of weird. He's all clean shaven. It's like, wow, that's not Dandelion to me, but whatever.
I'll have to play through the game
to
get a good feel of that.
You can jump in with any questions or anything you want there, Cody.
If he's still here.
Oh, he's still there. I still got my one extra viewer online, and we appreciate that. No, I had to start early today, so I don't know if we're going to get a lot of other people on today. Last week we got a couple. The week before that we got a few coming over from Ill Geek stream, but I think he's still on today. I had to take off early. He was doing a bit where he's reading a choose your own adventure Dracula adventure. It was a lot of fun, and I wish I could have finished that up, but we all have our little commitments. All right. I guess we're moving on from this one, guys. Okay. Well, just another version of this, but
without all the DLC, it looks like.
Yeah.
That looks like it's just the base game.
Well, I thought it was a nice pick too, and I want.
No, it says the collector's edition right there.
But it doesn't look like mine. I got the ultimate edition.
No, you got the complete edition.
Yeah,
it's just yours is like Game of the Year edition. It looks like.
Actually, this is the Tigers, but
yes, he stole it. He stole my game.
You stole it.
He stole it. That's okay. I stole his chair, so.
This is true, but
that's okay. Warren broke it.
I know. We're gonna have to get you another one.
He sat in it once and broke it.
That's what happens when we let our kids borrow our stuff. So yeah,
he didn't even ask. He just took it.
Okay, now I wanted to grab a pick from in the game menu because I thought they did a really good job on presenting the game to the player.
Well, that is true.
Really good user interface in The Witcher 3.
The only question I have is where does he keep all of his ingredients? Because that's like a lot of weird stuff.
It's RPG shenanigans. You don't think about it.
No, I know that.
He's
but
wearing him as makeup.
If you think about it, if you totally think about it, some of those you got like heads of things and blood of stuff.
Freaking slime of Fruity Whatsits.
I was actually discussing this with Chris the other day. I have a feeling that Geralt would just have this stench about him with all these ingredients.
I think he would too. It's like a lot of people do react that way to him, except women for some reason. It's like all that just vanishes for some reason because it's Geralt. Geralt. I don't know. Yeah, one of his coolest lines was when the Geralt who we don't have to repeat that one here, but some of the one-liners they had in that game. I mean, I'm digging the series, but the game to me just grabs the essence of what Witcher is and lets you play it. And I've never really jumped into and got into a character as much as Geralt of Rivia. I don't know why. I mean, I like Last of Us and I like Days Gone, but neither of those.
In Final Fantasy, you get like a lot of characters.
Yeah, but I don't know what it is. I guess it's because it's fantasy, and I seem to gravitate more towards fantasy. But I don't know. And Geralt of Rivia is just a very, very cool character, and I know he's supposed to be based off Elric the Melniboné or whatever. But who cares? I thought it's a good interpretation and take, and it's his own story, and I like it.
Yeah, I find it interesting that the game also starts taking liberties with having relationships with other women and stuff too.
Yeah, it's when you first play it, it's like you pick somebody to romance, and then it's like, do I stay loyal, or nobody's gonna know, right? And it's like it gives you those hard choices, and if you're a loyal person in real life to your partner, it's kind of hard to play that in a video game sometimes. But after the second or third time playing through, I'm like, I'm gonna do what I want. I'm gonna do what I want. This is not real life.
It's true, but the one I wanted to be more with, you only get to do that with one, like the DLC one, the doctor girl. I like her a lot.
Oh, Shani.
Shani, yeah.
Yeah, she's really cool.
She was my favorite of all the girls, to be perfectly honest. But they don't give you like a whole thing with her.
Not really. I mean, it's like they have a backstory. Yeah, I don't find it to be anything like Elric either, Cody. My main experience with Elric, I've been wanting to read the old books and stuff, but it's with the old Deities and Demigods 880 first edition bit that they had in the book that they had to take out. I used to have a copy of that, but then I ended up having somebody. It was kind of weird because it got switched out, and I ended up with one that has like photocopied sheets of it in there, and I'm like, what? This isn't my book. Stuff happens, when you're in your game and with a big group. Sometimes you gotta watch your stuff.
Somebody did the old switcheroo on you, huh?
Yeah, but and you never know. What you're going to get. So I try to stick with players that I know what I'm going to get with. Anyway, this here, I think this first pick on the left here, I think that's from the Witcher 2 game, because I don't recognize it at all from the Witcher 3, and I didn't play the first two games. So if anybody recognizes that, let me know. But this look over here on the right from the game is my favorite. I love the look of this armor. I'm pretty sure this is the Kaer Morhen gear and not the cat gear, but it's hard to tell with this pick.
I think the armor really good.
Oh yeah, yes. I love the upgrades when you upgrade the armor. But in this series, they don't really get into that. I like this pick that has the comparison between Henry Cavill's version on the series and then the two from the video game. I thought it would be neat to talk about.
Honestly, every time I've seen the series, it's like he's not really wearing armor. He's just wearing clothes.
Yeah.
Kind of true, huh?
I think a couple of times he donned armor, but only for a battle. And on this new season, I've only watched the first 2 episodes of the new season, season 3. I wasn't as happy with the second season, but I still liked it. The first season was incredible. But this third season is already turning out to be pretty good, even just in the first 2 episodes that I've seen so far.
The other thing I haven't seen on the series much is the 2 swords. He only does the one.
Yeah, that's weird. But I don't think in the books he does that either.
Oh, I don't know.
A lot of the series is based more off the books than the game, that's for sure.
I suppose that's probably true.
I don't know. They always say that you know a Witcher immediately by his 2 swords. That's how they portrayed it in Witcher 3.
In the game, yeah. I like I said, I haven't read the book, so I'm not really sure. I actually invited a YouTuber that's really knowledgeable about all the Witcher lore from books, games, show, but he did not respond, so we are on our own tonight.
Hooray! Love being on our own.
I thought maybe somebody who knew more about it would be helpful, but we like I said, we are going by ourselves tonight. But this is like one of the load screens from the first major boss battle in the game with the Griffin. I really enjoyed that fight. And now, if you play it on easy, you just beat him, and it's like, oh, that was easy. But then you just switch it up one game difficulty, because there's like 5 different game difficulty levels, if I remember correctly. And the last being Death March, which I tried that once, and well, I think I got about as far as Novigrad, and I'm like, okay, this is rough. Death March is rough, but it was a lot of fun. You definitely have to get into using your potions and everything on that game. Any thoughts?
Oh my gosh, even me playing on normal, it feels like random encounters can sometimes just hit you every which way to Sunday.
See, I don't invite that stress. I don't like to play on anything but like easy, because I like to enjoy a game and not like yell at it.
I don't know. I like a little bit of challenge in my video games. I stopped playing Kingdom Hearts on anything other than like at least standard on a basic playthrough and critical if I want a challenge. And oh my gosh, Kingdom Hearts 2 just plays so much better on critical mode in my opinion.
Yeah, Cody saying he has 2 of the books. How many of you have you read? Let us know there, Cody.
Yeah, I have an issue with stress, and I try to make things as less stressful for me as possible. I am, however, trying now what's the game we're playing, Max? Fire Emblem, the new Fire Emblem on the 2nd degree. And it is a little bit harder, but it seems fun to me right now. So,
well, that's because you're used to the mechanics. The higher difficulties are meant for players who know what they're doing.
No, I know, but I'm just saying that I've been enjoying the higher difficulty on Fire Emblem. And yeah, it does make it more interesting, but then like a lot of I don't do the one where they kill your guys off, because otherwise I'd have no guys left. Because
I know, it feels like every single battle in the beginning, I'm left with like maybe my main dude.
You guys started talking Fire Emblem, you lost me. I watched you play it a little bit, but
sorry. We love our Japanese chess.
Japanese chess.
That's what anime chess is what a lot of people call Fire Emblem.
Really?
Well, people not in the community call it anime chess. It's weird.
It's a strategy game. It's just like Final Fantasy Tactics, really. Well, except Final Fantasy Tactics, you can change you can change the jobs on Fire Emblem as well. I just like the lore of Fire Emblem because of the variety of different characters. Like, you have guys on horseback, you got guys on Pegasus, you got guys on dragons and griffins, and some of the games you actually have some of your soldiers can actually turn into like giant beasts, or dragons themselves, which is pretty cool.
So I don't know what any of that has to do with The Witcher, but you guys, if you want to talk about it, I'm down. I don't know anything about it.
You said, and anything else we feel like talking about.
That's true.
So that's what we're talking about.
Well, I could talk Conan all day. GM Cody's like, if we were talking Elric or Conan, I would be more useful. I agree. Except for the Elric, not so much.
I never saw the new Conan, but I did watch the original Conan with Arnold Schwarzenegger.
Yeah, I haven't read any of the books, but I read the comics from almost the entire Marvel run back in the 70s and 80s. Love that series. I'm sad they stopped it, but fantasy kind of died out there for a while, and then they didn't come back till Lord of the Rings, I think.
Yeah, my Conan experience is just the 2 Arnold Schwarzenegger movies. That's it.
I think,
but I love the music on that. That's such an epic music.
This is true.
From the Conan movies, that I can listen to that music like all day, man. It's just so amazing. Like, that's sometimes in our modern movies, I kind of miss that kind of really epic music.
I agree. I think so too. But rock and roll can work. Cole the Conqueror had some rock and roll.
Oh yeah.
I think in The Witcher though, they do a nice little mix of both on the TV series. Not really so much the rock and roll, but they have some pretty good music. And that's a good lead into this particular pick right here, because what is going on in this pick?
Oh my gosh.
That's a light festival. They're lighting lanterns and letting them go up into the sky.
Oh, it looks like peak fantasy. It's like some like final area where it's
No,
like
they do this.
on
They do
fire.
this in the Orient all the time, guys. They make these paper lanterns, and they put a little candle on the bottom.
Oh
and-
yeah.
Yeah, the heat from the candle fills it up and makes it lighter than air, and the little balloon, the lanterns go up into the sky.
Honestly,
Actually, from what I understand, though, a lot of countries or areas have actually stopped allowing people to make these lanterns because of the they get stuck in like wires and it causes a lot of trash and paper all over the place and stuff.
That's kind of sad because it's so beautiful. They did a bit of that in the
It
Witcher.
is. And it's really even more sad because usually they're made out of paper, so that means that they're biodegradable usually, but that because of like phone wires and all that stuff, telephone poles and all that stuff. It's called fire hazards and stuff like that.
They have their reasons, but sometimes I think they're a little overzealous. Cody's saying that soundtrack in Conan was classic, and I totally agree. I still listen to it. I have both the Conan the Barbarian and the Conan Destroyer soundtracks. I love this more so to the Barbarian though, because man, that music it haunts me sometimes. It's just like the animated Lord of the Rings.
Oh yeah.
Oh,
Yeah, I like the they did really good. That is the I gotta say the new Lord of the Rings movies. The music on that was really epic too. I loved it. I liked it even more when they added some of the extended versions when they had the extra songs for people. Like the dwarves singing and the goblin song and those. I really liked how they added that in the extended versions.
Yeah, but again, it's not so much for adults. Those in a lot of that, especially the Hobbit, when they did the Goblin Town song. I mean, it was a good homage to the old cartoon, but I don't know. But in the extended versions of the first the trilogy was great. Well, that was the last pick on our Witcher. Any final thoughts on Witcher? And then we can talk about whatever you guys want for a bit.
It is a really fun game, and anybody who out there who has not tried it out, you should check it out because, especially if you love fantasy and stuff. The thing with Witcher is you can make your Witcher however you want. Like you could be more potion orientated, where you use the potions to enhance your character, or you could do a strength base where he's just mostly swords, or you could get into the magic of it. There's like 6 spells that he knows, and you can enhance your magic as best as you can. So you can build your Witcher the way that you like to play, and that's what the main thing that I really, really, really like about this particular game on the PlayStation. Is really
I
cool
think I
on
picked
that.
a good topic for the Tiger, man. What do you think?
folks?
What's up there, Elfbait? It's nice to see you.
Well, I can't help it. You picked The Witcher to talk about, and I don't know a lot about The Witcher, but I do know the game and I do know the series, and I enjoy it. It's one of the few things that I do know something about. Some of the stuff you talk about, I don't really know much about, but this one I do. So
I try to pick topics that we can all jump in about.
Yeah, I need to get back into The Witcher. I think after I'm done with Fire Emblem, I'll jump into Witcher 3 again and try it out again.
Well, we all know what I think of it. It's one of my favorite games. In fact, I think that's my favorite video game. I haven't had one top it yet for me.
well, I don't know. You played Lord of the Rings to death.
Yeah, I did. Return of the King, most
Oh my
especially
gosh.
on the PS2. That was a great game.
Lord of the Rings, Return of the King. It was also on GameCube, but that's beside the point. But I have never seen a more well-developed licensed game.
That is true, and I also like the 2-player version of that, where you can play 2 players on that. Chris and I played on Lord of the Rings for a long time. You get to pick what character you wanted to play in each scene, and usually he played the dwarf and I played the elf, but we always we change it up every once in a while too. But we just had a blast playing that game together. It was a good co-op game too. Very, very good co-op game.
Well, we thank you for jumping on, Elf Bait. I agree. It's nice to watch cool nerds and working on a background for anything. I've got a campaign I'm starting on Monday, and we're doing a session 0, and then
I can't wait.
I'm doing Bear session 0 tonight, so that's gonna be fun.
See, honey, I told you you're a nerd.
I guess I am.
I keep telling you you're a nerd, but you're like, no, that's not cool.
Well, it used to not be.
And now it's like a badge of honor. Nerd.
True.
There'll be oats in the water, there'll be birds.